Doomsday. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're going to be watching the Doomsday trailer. So I kind of already like seen it, but I don't think I was really paying attention to it. So we're just going to be watching again. Uh, yeah. So this I guess what we're going to be talking about. My overreaction is going to be up there, but yeah, let's just get started. Let's do this one. Let me make sure the audio is up. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure it's not too high because I don't want it to drown my voice. Because I have a very soft speaking voice. 720. This is 2160 4K. Um, what am I doing? Okay. Let's get this started. All right. Okay.
Something's coming.
I wonder what happened in the X-Men universe.
Something we may not be able to deter.
Wait, was that
For
the?
this day,
I wonder if that's the Phoenix.
we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
Oh, hold on.
Something
I remember people were talking about Robert Downey's like voice and accent for Doom. I think this is it here because I wasn't sure who this was speaking.
something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall
Wait,
be faced with an unthinkable decision.
is this is that RDJ's like accent for Doctor Doom? It doesn't sound like him at all. Like I feel like the closest to that is probably maybe his Sherlock Holmes character, but it's definitely different. It's very interesting.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. There were
I'm not really a fan of those fantastic jackets.
all of us put together, and they died. They died.
I'm not gonna lie. This statement that Thor says here is absolutely crazy because maybe I'm just going off like the comics of like certain characters. Like we got like some of these people here, I can definitely agree with like the two separate Avengers. They're kind of like just regular human beings. They're not really like most like the I guess these are the West Coast Avengers with like Yelena and Bucky. Um, I think they're mostly like super soldiers, and like the only one that is not a super soldier is the Sentry and or Bob, which I think that's him over there off to the side with his sandals over here. Um, and then but like for the most part, he's not really trying to. They're not really trying to use Bob because he's kind of a psycho killer. And then we got Ant Man over here. Ant Man's abilities is pretty good, actually. It's probably like the strongest out of these regular people. But this is the Fantastic Four. This man can stretch his body in not Sue Storm, Sue Richards. By the way, I always forget that. They're married. I usually go call her by Sue Storm, not Sue Richards. But in this, she's probably the strongest person here besides like Thor, probably. Johnny, like we know, like he heat up, and then Ben Grimm, like he's super strong, just as strong as the Hulk, because they're always like. Sorry, saw a message my mom was messaging me. Um, yeah, this is a crazy statement by Thor. Like maybe to talk about the bickering between the two Avengers, where like they're not as strong as like Iron Man, Bucky. I mean, they had a lot of heavy hitters, so I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. They don't have a lot of heavy hitters
Brought
as they do now.
together. facing enemies and threats
You got no more.
made me far less than this one. Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles.
That is definitely a tabby
Now
wig.
accept this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
What the hell is Infinity Vision? Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I could definitely say that I'm not super excited. Let me go back to try. I could definitely say I'm not super excited for like this movie like I was for other Avengers movies, and I think it's because Marvel since Endgame hasn't been really up to par, and it might just it's understandable because the end game was like a culmination of like years and years of like planning and breadcrumbs, like everything like coming together to like, and it's supposed to, and to be honest, if they stopped like Marvel, they rebooted afterwards, I would have been completely fine with it. But it's a money making machine, so of course they have to do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, there have been in my opinion, there have been a couple of like projects that they've come up with that I really enjoyed watching. Ironheart, Thunderbolts, um, Wonder Man, Loki, Daredevil. There's a couple of things that I enjoyed watching. Because I see what they were like offering. It's just it doesn't feel like the Marvel before. Like I feel like they're like placing hints, and then with the whole thing with Jonathan Majors like getting kicked out of it not being King anymore, like it just feels like this is kind of like out of nowhere. Um, to be honest, I'm sure they try to like make some sort of they try to make some sort of like uh some reason as to like, oh, it was Doom this whole time, but it just wouldn't like it just wouldn't feel the same, if that makes sense. But I mean, I'm excited to see how they're going to go about it. Um, Seeing Thor scared is kind of interesting to me. I feel like it's kind of whack, to be honest. I mean, and I feel like it's just there to make this Doom character seem more scared. Uh, so not scared, but like seeing Doom more like threatening, because we've never seen like Doom before, other than the end of the Fantastic Four like movie. Um, but I mean, I feel like it doesn't really work because we only seen Doom once in the movie. Like I said, the end of the Fantastic Four when he was talking to like Franklin Richards. Sorry, spoiler. But yeah, it just doesn't feel. I feel like it just, for me, in my opinion, it falls on like deaf ears. It doesn't like work. It doesn't seem scary to me, or like, it doesn't seem threatening like Thanos was, because like we've seen more of him at like at the end of like major events, like the first Avengers. We saw him doing fine. I do it myself, and saw him turn around in the chair looking all Thanos-y. But he seems like he was just he was like Thanos was looming in the background, and you knew like everything that was happening was kind of like almost kind of like he's the reason why. Um, he was the big bad, and for these past, there's only really been one movie where Doom seems like the big bad. Yeah. Um, I saw Loki in here, and this is the TVA Loki. Um, from the show, and I guess a lot of people are thinking that saw something this may be like a spoiler or something like that, but a lot of people were thinking that the and it seems like the rumors are true where Steve Rogers is coming back, and this is the Steve Rogers that went back in time and went back in time and like led a life with like Peggy, and doing that I'm guessing that he wasn't supposed to do that. Loki being the TVA probably before he became like the god of like stories, like to control the sacred timeline. He basically put Steve off to the side because hey, I'm a changed man now. I'm not like the Loki you used to know, so I'm gonna put you guys in like a separate timeline, and that inadvertently, probably caused issues with Doctor Doom or Steve Rogers, or not Steve Rogers, Tony Stark. There's a lot of people thinking Tony Stark. This Doctor Doom is a Tony Stark variant, which will absolutely suck in my opinion. And um, I just hope throughout the movie we don't see Doom's face. And like if we have to see Doom's face, I hope it's in more in flashbacks than anything. I hope it's like like he stole somebody's face or something like that. Uh, I don't know because I still don't agree with the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom. I feel like it's more of a nostalgia bait, and I do want to like I guess I have to see the movie to see like how they do it. I don't like the fact I feel like I know what they're doing. It's kind of obvious. It looks like, but it is what it is. But the trailer is cool. A lot of like cool scenes, interactions, like Gambit, which I'm happy that Channing Tatum, is in the Marvel movie, which is great. And then Shang-Chi, they remember this is Shang-Chi. Uh, and then we got like Mystique. I guess they're
Put aside your petty squabbles.
this.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is the state of the X-Men universe is like maybe it's like the terrible future that they've been trying to avoid with the Sentinels. Maybe that's why Mystique is in his outfit. Um, I'm not really liking this hair though.
Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and
And there's people thinking that Johnny's gonna like die. He's gonna do what's the battle world thing where like he sacrificed his life. Um, pretty sure Cyclops is gonna die. Probably too.
we're going to need a miracle.
Yeah, like what's going on? Because like it's so like I don't know the interaction between Doom and like Thor here. I wonder if this is like in the beginning or near like the end where like Thor is like sacrificing his life. I don't know. It's just weird. This trailer it's a good trailer and I'm excited for it, but I'm also not excited for it. But yeah, Doom looks great though. I'll definitely give him that. It looks faithful to like what he looks like, but in the comics. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. What do you guys think about the Doom, Doomsday trailer stuff like that? You excited for? You ready to go see it? The Europeans, so yada yada, all that stuff. So, if you're watching, this is going to be on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely like the video if you want to see more stuff like this. But okay, let's get on with some other things now. What I need